Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of Factor Y. And in the last episode, we set up a few more modules, got some things moving and grooving. Where are my modules? Here we are. So we got ourselves a whole bunch of modules, and we made this big tier 4 module, which we are not going to use probably. And then I decided that what I want to do is start a brand new research factory. So we're going to want to go ahead and do that. I don't think you can copy and paste in this screen. So I'm going to have to bulk delete from this screen. Oh boy. I can almost feel the regret, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's just start getting rid of everything, and we're gonna start from fresh because we've got cleaner modules and factories and all sorts of fun stuff. And this stuff isn't getting deleted. I mean, the layout is, but the items are still available for us to use. So that is awesome. Let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I'm gonna get rid of everything. I'm gonna get rid of it all. Come on, come on. I wish you could copy from this screen so you could do like mega bulk delete. But it is what it is. Let's work with what we got. And there we go. I'm trying to think of games. I think Shapes actually lets you copy and paste from the zoom out screen like this. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We can work with this. Okay, so let's get rid of all this stuff. I know. It's kind of not the best. And it's super annoying. But look at that, it's gone. Okay, so nice and clean. Where do we want to set up our new mega research facility? Probably somewhere where we have a lot of resources. I mean, we may as well just do it right in here somewhere. Let's just pick a spot and go with it. So first thing we need is a whole bunch of belts, and we're gonna need, we've got tier 4 science. We're gonna need a whole bunch. Why is this not copying and pasting properly? Okay, let's, you know what? Hang on. I need to make this modularized so that I can make more than one of these things. So let's see. Where are my range doohickeys? These guys, and if this one is, say, the middle, this belt is the middle, then let's do something like this. I'm actually going to delete those two. And I should be able to copy this. Whoops. We'll put it right here. We'll overlap them on the middle belt. So that should be fine. Now, the most belts that I can feed both directions at once is 3. So we can't do more than 3, which I think is fine. Let's get some of these research doohickeys going. Oh, that's not the research guy. Wrong button. Okay, let's get these guys going. Sure, something like that. Something like that. And then how do I want to do this? Because we're going to have more science. So I guess I could start running on the outside. I'm just thinking, do I want to have it 2 ways like this, or just one way on one side and branch it off both ways like this? I don't mind that. Then this is just going to get super long, which I think is not the worst. How many different sciences is there? I know there's at least one more. Is that it? Just one more? Looks like just one more. Okay. So then maybe it's fine. To split that both ways like this. We'll do something like this. And then something like this. Okay, so that's going to be for all 5 of our inputs. We're going to need short ones coming from both sides on here. And then I should be able to actually just copy and paste that to to save me having to place those all over the place. Okay, we'll do that. Why am I using... Oh, no, that's fine, actually. That's fine. I don't have 3. Why did I think we had 3? Grabbers for 3. I don't know why I thought I could do 3. Is that a thing we can unlock, or am I getting Foundry mixed up with this game? I think I'm getting Foundry mixed up with this game. Okay, back to the drawing board. I'm going to need 5 inputs for these things, so we've already got 4. So now this is going to have to be one really long strip. And then I guess every second one of these is gonna have to get deleted. Hang on, let's see if I can figure out a way to do this. Let's delete all of this. Somehow, what I need is 5 belts getting put into this thing. So we're gonna need 1 more belt to come in. And I wonder if I should just put a splitter on here. That's probably not the worst idea. Splitter. Mark 2. And if I did something like this with something like this, then that should do it. Okay, then we just gotta copy this part right here. And that should be our module. If I copy all of this, bingo. I forgot to put the long inserters. It's okay. We'll put them on now. Better late than never. Okay, so there is our module. Now what I could do, if I really want to get fancy, which I don't know if I do. If I really want to get fancy, we could do something like this. And copy that over to here. I don't know. I mean, this is probably unnecessary, but let's just do it while we're here. Okay. There is our research module doohickey thingy-majiggy. We're going to need to copy and paste that a whole pile of times here. And I don't know the correct number of times. I guess that is the correct number of times. I'm out of crossers. Okay, so we'll have to play around with that after. We can get this set up for now, though. I don't think that's gonna break anything. You know what? Just to make sure it doesn't break anything, let's delete all this. Okay, now we know it's not gonna break anything. And now we've got to start getting set up for science manufacturers. So these belts, I forget how much they take. They take a lot. So this says moving 1/5 of an item per cooldown, which means 160 milliseconds times 5. It means we're moving 1 item every 0.8 seconds. Is that right? I think that's right. So I don't know how that's actually going to help me. 1 item every 0.8 seconds. Means I'm going to need to make 1 science every 0.8 seconds. Is that what that means? I guess we'll try it and we'll see how that works. So these guys are gonna take a whole bunch of iron. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put these things. And I guess to start with, I may as well just put it right over... I don't know, right over here. Let's just see. What does it use? It makes 1 every 2-ish seconds. So if I make 3 of these things, that should be all we need. If that's right. I might be making a invalid assumption here. But let's get this set up. And we're gonna need a whole bunch of miners, which we should have. Bingo. I don't know how many of these things we're actually gonna need. Does it tell us the rate? One? Mining one every second-ish? I don't know. Let's just see how this works. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not fine. I guess we'll find out soon. That is not going to be enough. Okay, that's good to know. Where's my furnace? My furnace. Where the heck is my furnace? Here we go. We want this. This is going to smelt all of our ore for us. So I'll just feed it up into here. That should actually work out just nice. Feed it up into there. We can bring this stuff out. And I guess if we need more of these things, we can just add more. Okay, so now we're gonna put those in there. And I'm gonna take those out of there. Now the problem is all of the science takes more science. So we're gonna have to figure out how much it's actually gonna need to make a full belt and then go from there. Let's send this right into the middle for now. Whoops, I guess that's fine. We'll send that in there. Okay. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. We want to get this factory going as good as we can. That's not even close to a full belt, so let's see what we can do here. Alright, we're gonna need more. This is not enough room. Let's try something up here instead. We need much more room for our factory. Once we get one of these things set up, we'll know how much we need for the next factory. And then we'll know how much we need for the next factory, and the next factory, and the next factory, and all that. We'll just keep working. So let's get this moved. Oh no. This thing's gonna be in the way. I might have to replace that with a couple. There we go. So that's that. We're going to need output, and I guess what I'll do is send the output this way, and we'll come down this way. I think that is the best. Then, if we have any left over, which it looks like we're going to have, I need to send it down to another belt. And I'm assuming we're not going to have any left over this time, but we'll see how this part goes. If we still have some left over, well, then I'll have to deal with that. Okay, we'll do something like this. Let's get a merger going. Is this a merger? Hello? Splitter. Merger. Put that right here, I guess. We'll delete that. Delete that. Okay, so that hopefully is not enough still. That is still not enough. Maybe it's fine. I think we're doing it. Okay, so that is the tier 1 science done. Tier 2 science. What does that take? That is going to take a lot of the same stuff. I'm wondering if I should redo my module. This is Mark 2 science here. But since we know how to make Mark 1 science a full belt of it, maybe it's better to just feed the Mark 1 science right into here instead of doing all of this other stuff. So let's think about this for a moment. If I copy this entire thing and use it somewhere else, just out of the way, that is going to make us all of the tier 1 science that we need for the tier 2 science. So I'm just gonna plunk this over here somewhere. Bingo. Then we're going to need some iron into there. So let's get those guys going. And we may as well just do something like this for now. And I'm not making inserters anymore? Or am I just making them too slowly? Hello? Am I not making these? I don't know if we're making these anymore. Where's my main base? Hello? Am I making those anywhere? I don't think I am. So we should do that really quickly. Alright guys, I set up a new spot to make ourselves some more of these guys. So that should all be working. We got 134 available. We're ready to go. And now what I'm trying to do is create a spot to make Mark II science. So now we've got a full belt, I think, of Mark I science. I forget what else it takes to make the Mark II science now. Mark II is wires and belts. So we are going to need a whole bunch of copper for this. We'll grab that. I think belts... Do belts also take copper? Iron plate... Oh, and gears. Okay, so it's just a bunch more iron, so that's not that bad. So we've got a new belt here to get us some more iron. So we're gonna have to turn that into gears, and I'm gonna need however many of these things it's going to take to make a full belt of gears. Let's just go ham. Alright, I think that's good. That's pretty close. Okay, so now we've got a full belt of gears. We still need... What do we need? We're trying to make belts. So that is going to take a full belt of iron plates and a full belt of gears. So there's our gears. I'm going to need plates. I didn't really leave room for all this. What if I was to... So something happened. My game's crashed. And when I go to load the autosave... Last modified today. Open. Load. When I go to load, there's nothing here. So the autosave isn't actually saving anything. So, oh no. Everything is gone. Oh no. We have to reset up our entire science factory. Oh no, and that means I have to re-delete all of this and copy it all down. Oh no, 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 that can't be. That can't be. One of these saves has to be good. This was also today. Come on. One of these saves has to have something. Nothing. There's nothing here. Why? Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's not great. That's not great. I guess I'm gonna have to go and set up all of that stuff again. I'm not gonna make you guys watch it. What a pain in the rear. Holy. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to set it all up again. Maybe we can catch back up in the next episode and I'll have everything right back where we were. Hopefully. Oh no, I got a lot of work to do. I have got a lot of work to do. Okay, well, it is what it is, guys. We are still playing an early access game. Stuff like this happens. It happens. Away she goes. Anyway, we're going to clean things up. I'm going to get that set up, reorganized down yonder, and then hopefully in the next episode we can actually get that science factory up and running. We were starting to get onto something. the full belt of tier 1, the full belt of tier 2. Then we got to get the full belt of tier 3 and tier 4, and we were getting there, but unfortunately, I seem to have broken the game yet again. So, let me just go ahead, clean this up. All right, guys, good news. Hang on, before I do anything, I'm saving right now. Save. Are you sure you want to overwrite? Yes. Okay, so, good news. We have tier 1 and tier 2 science fully automated down into our laboratory. I reset everything up down here. I think this is all cleaned up here. We're back to where we were before the game broke on me. And now, let's see here. Here's my tier 1 science, nice and easy. We're putting them in the storage chest just in case. I might end up taking this and doing something with it. Because if we have extra, we may as well use it, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, then my tier 2 science is just my tier 1 science factory mixed together with some gears and some belts, and that's it. So that's how we're making our tier 2 science. Now I am currently in the process of making another tier 2 science to convert into a tier 3 science. And I believe I need to start putting all of these guys down in here. We're gonna have to make a belt full of belts. So this is going to make us belts. And we're gonna have to get them out of there. So we'll bring them down here, I think. For now. So that is our belt of belts, I believe. I think that's going to work. I might actually need 2 outputs on these for them to work properly. Yes. So we're gonna have to put 2, whoops. Just because these guys are so long, they're a little slow. So that should fix that. This guy here he's not gonna be able to get 2 outputters. Actually he will. I can put them here. Okay. So there we go. That's looking good. Okay, so now the next thing I need is a whole bunch of these guys mixed with this factory, which is getting me copper. I basically just need this whole thing. Well, let's copy this for now. I probably am not going to have enough items to actually be able to do this. Ooh, we could squeeze it in right here. We could squeeze it in right there. All right. Let's see. Do something like this. I don't have enough inserters still. I need to upgrade my inserters. Or my inserter making area. We're using them faster than we can make them right now. But I'm assuming that's going to be a short-term problem. And I mean, if it's not, we can upgrade everything else later. So this should be working. This is working. Okay, now I just need this factory right here. And that should be making us a full belt of tier 2 science. Now where do I want to put this? I need to get the belts in here, and I need to get the tier 1 science in here, and I need to get, let's put this somewhere like this, I think. Okay, I still do need that actually. We'll run this belt around, and where am I feeding this into? The bottom. We'll feed this in to the bottom, and then this guy, because it takes 2 things of wires. This recipe takes 2 wires. We need 2 belts of wires going in, and that should be our science coming out. Now we're gonna have to convert that into tier 3 science, which is gonna end up being a problem here soon. But let's finish connecting all of this stuff. So this has to go in... Oh, actually, no, that's not going anywhere. It's this that's going in somewhere. And I think we'll grab this, and the science is already up there. So that should just work. Bingo. Okay, that is going to be our tier 2 science. Coming out right there. Now, what does it take to make tier 3 science? Let's see. We need 2 belts of computers, long arm. What does it take to make long arm? Let's see. Long arm. Is it tier 1? Yes. Whoopsies. There we go. Gears. Oh, short ones as well? Oh boy, this is gonna start getting tricky here soon. And I forget the recipe for rods. Is it 1 to 2? Or 1? It's 1 to 1. So to make 1 full thing of long inserters, we basically need 4 full belts of gears. Of plates, I mean. This is gonna start getting way too much. This is 4 full belts for this guy, and then 4 more for this guy. That's 8 belts of iron. Oh, I don't know about all that. We'll have to see what we can do, but that is maybe getting a little bit rich. I think before we start worrying about all of that, I guess there's iron right here I could steal. Let me move this out of the way. Give me a little bit more room for activities. Alright. And I think we might have to start upgrading our production of inserters, because these guys are not being made fast enough to keep up with this. Not even close. So let's find a nice spot to set up an inserter factory, and it's just going to take a bunch of copper and a bunch of iron. So let's see if I'm going to be able to get 2 modules. Copper. Can't afford electric furnaces? Am I not making those right now? I might not be. I might not be. 13 available. I might not be making furnaces. Oh, 14 available. Okay, so we are making them somewhere. They're just a wee little bit slow. Okay, guys, we're getting closer. Now, the problem is I am not making enough of these long inserters to actually keep up with my factory. But I should be able to at least get this thing started here pretty soon. So this is going to be making us the tier 1 long arms. And then I'm going to have another factory up here that is going to be making us the tier 1 long arms. And between the 2 of them, I think I'm going to have a full belt of those. Then, what do we need to do with those? Once we have those, let me see. That's that. We're already making those. We just got to make the computers. And the computers are going to be, again, kind of messy. So things are getting pretty big here. Here's my 4 iron smelters that are going to be making us the Mark 1 inserters. And then I've got 3 of these things. Let's make a 4th one here. We're set up. We're ready to go. 4 of those guys making us the long inserters eventually. Once I have enough of the long inserters to actually do this. Okay. Then we're going to need output belt. And those guys are going to just connect together. Right there is probably fine. Let's merge them right there. Okay, now my tier 1 or my tier 2 science is where? Is way over here. So we're gonna need to bring that up and over. May as well do that now. You know what? Let's take this stuff down. Because it's starting to get kind of far away. So let's bring this back over to where we're needing to make the actual new science. Something... Oh boy, we still have a long way to go. Something like this. Okay, perfect. So there we go. We're going to be bringing in the long arms, the tier 2 science. Now I just got to start making computers somewhere, and what does it take to make computers? Let's see. I know it takes computer chips. Computer chips. Oh god. 2 belts of chips. 1 belt. We're gonna need 2 belts of computers. Oh god. That means we need 2 belts of cables, 4 belts of wires, 4 belts of chips, and 4 belts of iron plates. Eee! Oh my god, that's a lot. That is so much. But then we'll be making a full belt of tier 3 science. Oh, I think it's gonna be worth it. I think it's gonna be worth it. Maybe it's gonna be worth it. Let's get all of these things set up that we're gonna need. So we need wire. We need cable. And we need chips. And then the iron plates are easy peasy, so that's not a problem. Now we're gonna need 2 of these, which means we're actually gonna need 4 full belts of chips. Oh, is this crazy? This might be crazy. 8 full belts of wires. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's gonna be 4 full belts of copper right there. And then over here, we need more wire. We need 2 full belts of cables. But each of those is going to take 4 full belts of wire. So that's another 8 belts of wire. Which means we're gonna need in total 8 belts of copper. Oh no! These also take wire! That's 4 more belts of wire I need over here. Okay, so that's 12 belts of copper. 4 belts of iron. That's not 12 belts of copper. That's 16. That is 16. That is 20 belts of copper. Okay, maybe we start with like 1. Or maybe we start with like 4. And we work from there. I mean, there's a lot of copper right here we could start getting. But the problem is, I don't have the stuff that it's going to take to actually be able to manufacture all of that copper. Because we need a lot of furnaces, we need a lot of belts, we need a lot of all sorts of stuff. Oh my god. Is that right? Did I do this right? So we need 2 belts of computers. Each one takes 2 belts of chips. So we should have 4. Good. And then each one of those takes 1 belt of wire. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Oh, wait. It's half. It's half. 1 copper turns into 2 wires. So when I said 20 copper, I only need 10. That's already 50% better. Okay, 2 chips, 1 cable, which is here. Bingo, bingo. Each of those takes 4, so that's 8. Okay, got that. And then 4 wires right here. And the last thing was iron plates, which is not so bad. Oh my gosh. So that is 10 full belts of copper. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, well, I see a whole bunch of copper here. I see a whole bunch of copper here. I mean, we may as well see how much of this we can actually get going. I'm hoping we can get a pile. Oh my god, guys, we are getting there. We are getting there. So, I am about to set up half of the computers. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of them right now. We're kind of running out of resources. I need to make more splitters. I need to make more crossing belts, all of this stuff. I started supplementing some of these guys with the green ones back in here where I could. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to ramp up our productions very soon, but this, I think, is going to make us a half a belt of computer chips once it's all fully functional and ready to go. Now, the only thing we're missing, I've got the 2 belts of chips, I've got the 4 belts of wire, I need cable, and I need 2 belts of iron plates. So I would like to get the iron maybe from over here. That's not bad. Let's grab that really quick, and I should be able to do that pretty easily. I think we should have enough stuff to do that at this point. Okay, there's our 2 belts of iron. Let's get 2 smelting facilities going. Hopefully we'll be able to get both of these. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so that's gonna be 1. That's gonna be 2. And I guess what I'll do is send 1 belt down this way. And then it's gonna need to cross over. And it's also gonna need to cross over again. Then I'm gonna need to split it so that half of it can go this way and half of it can go this way. 1 more crossover, and then the rest of it's gonna go that way. That should be good. Then I gotta run the other belt. Kind of the same thing, but down instead of up. So we're gonna run this one. Oh man, I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room. Somehow I gotta get the cables in here yet. Oh boy. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Somehow I gotta get the cables in here. Maybe I'll have to run them in from the back. That's not the worst idea. We could probably run them in from the back. But anyway, for the time being, we are going to see if I can get this to work. We're going to need a crossover. And that's going to be iron for there. We're going to need a couple crossovers. And another one. And that is going to be the iron for there, I hope. All of that should be working. I hope nothing's getting plugged up. Okay, now all we need is cables. And cables, that takes another iron ingot. Cables. No, it just takes 4 belts of wires. Well, we'll have them right from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 belts of wires. Bingo. So we just need this right here. Times 2. Oh my god. This is absolutely crazy. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? If I put that there, and I put that there, we're gonna have to move this guy just a touch. But, oh my god. Guys, I shouldn't have done this. I think I bit off a little bit more than I could chew here. But here we are, so that is going to be some of those wires. This side is going to come down here. And that is going to make us even more wires. Come on. And then all I gotta do is combine all of those belts together in some sort of mega factory. I guess we're just gonna need 6. Is it 6 of these? I think I'm gonna need 12. So, sorry, 12 per factory. So I'm gonna need 6 per row like this. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm running out of assemblers. That is not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's that. This is going to be the output for our copper wires. So that wants to go this way. That wants to go this way. This will be our cable output. And we'll connect them together right here. And we'll go and do something with those in a second. Oh, dear me. Okay, so these are all going to go in. And then they're going to come out. And same thing here. And same thing here. And these things... Oh, I might need red inserters. They don't look like they're quite keeping up at full speed. Okay, anyway, we're making the cables. That's what we wanted. Now these have to get put up into the top row there, I think. So we're just gonna need one more crossover belt. And then I'm gonna have to turn all these guys around. And if everything goes well, those guys should be able to... Oh, cancel that. I don't know what I'm deleting. Let's delete those. These guys are going to need to split off a few times like that. I need to rotate all of these yellow things around. And I think that is going to have it. Okay, so I don't have enough for these factories to actually be working properly just yet. But these two at the top are working. Now the thing is, do I want all of this? You know what? I might turn this stuff around and come out the other side. I think it's gonna make it a little bit easier to deal with. So we'll go that way. We'll go that way. Get out. Get out. Okay. So I cross there, cross there, cross there, cross there. This is going to be... Oh, I don't want to come down there or bad things will happen. This is going to be our, eventually, I think, half a belt of computer chips. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Okay, well, there it is. Once I have enough stuff, we'll have those coming down. And then I need to haul these computer chips. These computer chips. I need to haul them. Where do I need to take them? Way over here, right? Oof. Yep. Let's just really quickly do that. And then I'm just gonna have to let this run for a bit so that we can build up some extra resources and finish our automation. I don't think we're going to continue to make full belts of everything. I think at this point it's going to be recycling some of the tier 3, because if I have to make another one of these tier 3 factories to feed into a tier 4 factory, and then another one of these to feed into a tier 4 to feed into a tier 5, that is just going to be ridiculous. So okay, we should be making computers at a somewhat decent rate. I mean, they're coming out pretty decently. I'm just wondering if these green inserters can actually keep up. It looks like they can. These guys. So that Man, that might actually end up being close to a full belt by the time we're done. I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes, but that seems like it's working. All I have to do now is just every once in a while come in here and see if I have the components that we need. We're getting closer. So that's looking good. Yeah, okay, guys, I hope you are loving the series so far. If you are, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see you next time.